Good afternoon. Uh, Today is industrial marketing. त्याच्यामध्ये basic concept of industrial marketing. What is mean by industrial marketing? The basic of consumer marketing are equally related to the industrial marketing. The job of the industrial market is entirely different. Industrial demand is influenced by all the focus of market that affect the managers of industrial market must respond in a diverse way to alter the markets in order to build produce and to meet this change and market them is extremely unlike way to the target and sticker customer file maintaining corporate policies. In this chapter, main objective is first is explain the study industrial management. Second, explain the concept, meaning and importance of industrial marketing. And third, explain about product and industrial product. Reasons for understanding the concept of industrial marketing. The first is how the industrial firms develop the basic of research for the development of new product. Second, how the firms identify the market for the product. And third, what are the methods in which the firms promoting products to customer in the face of cost and promotional factors. How the firms are in relations of logistics with the needs of industrial customers on national and global basis. How the firms modify their positioning and attributes of marketing strategy. Marketing strategy means to answer to the above questions, the industrial organization must create basic platform of goal is promote and development knowledge of industrial marketing for business to business organization. This can be handled by marketers with the vast experience and know the right equations of technical and marketing skill. First, marketing is market analysis. Second, sales forecasting. Third, market research. Fourth, product planning. No product development, product management, pricing strategy and price theory, and sales management. Concept of industrial marketing is a useful and important for both the industrial and customer market due to the their definitions in terms of the nature of the marketing. त्याच्यामध्ये आपण पाहणार आहोत typical of a service. First is a business is sourcing material for their production process, a car manufacturer purchasing time. Second, a business need to the service of another for obtaining agents. Second, the business resells goods and service producing by others. Definitions आपण करणार आहे industrial market. What is mean by industrial marketing? The industrial marketing consists is also used for business to business marketing or business marketing or organizational marketing. Industrial marketing or business marketing is to market the product and services to business organizations. Their buyers can be manufacturing companies, government undertaking, provide sector organizations, equination institutions, hospital, distributors, and dealers. The business organization but products and service to meet their aims like maximize profits, maximum cost, use of the latest technology, can so on. Industrial market consists of all process involved in the marketing of products and service to organizations that use product and service in the productions of consumer or industrial goods and service. The organization selling goods like steel, machine tools, computer, courier service, and other goods and service to buying organizations. They also need to recognize and define the buyer's needs, purchasing power, trade policy, and buying result. The selling organization should also focus on offering value-adding product and services. Types of products. First type of products is defining as anything other can be offered to market for attention, efficiency, use, or consumptions that might satisfy the wants and needs of a customer or a consumer. Similarly, the term service can be expanded as an activity or benefit that one organizations can offer to another that is intangible and does not result in the ownership of anything. Following are the types of products. First type is products of pure tangible goods. Second, tangible goods with the accompanying service. Next, a hybrid of goods. Fourth, service with accompanying goods. And fourth, fifth, core products and actual products and equipment product. Next, industrial products. Industrial products means are defined as the product which are used for processing on carrying processing for carrying on a business. Thus, the particularity between a customer product and industrial product is depending on the purpose for which the product is brought. For example, we can say a customer buys an mixer, a juicer, or grinder for a domestic use. It's a consumer product. Whereas when the same mixer, juicer, grinder is sold to a fruit juice spinner, it is a term is an industrial product. Industrial marketing can also be carried out it business service and Indian organizations name TCS supplies business service for wide range or organizations. They offer service to various governmental or non-governmental organizations. Industrial product can be classified in three broad categories. First is materials and parts, second capital terms, and third supplies and service. Material and parts. This consists raw material, finished material, and parts. Raw materials are generally from products, namely cotton, feed, vegetables, etc. Capital terms mean it industrial product which assist on the buyer's productions and operations are termed as a capital items. This include accessory equipments, installations, or maybe buildings, complex computer system. Some other items which can be added to this are the accessory equipments which can add the production process. For example, forklift trucks for material handling, equipments and furniture, etc. Third, supplies and service. This is also another types of industrial products and service in industrial marketing. This includes the items that have a conceit used in the plant or in office, clearing payments, plain, pens, pencil, printer links, photo, copy, papers, etc. The needs and objective of industrial bias and satisfy the following exchange process. There can be four different types of exchange in industrial marketing. First types of exchange process. The natures of any business organization of industrial buyers is to identify and define the need and objective of a target market. It is a profound that industrial marketing is totally different than customer marketing because industrial customer like organizations, business, institutions, and government agencies having unique needs. This industrial marketing concept different exchange process with this customer. This needs an objective of industrial buyers and satisfy the following exchange process. Product exchange process. The characteristics of product exchange process in any product or service involved have a significant impact on the industrial exchange process. The component of exchange is based upon the ability of the seller to identify the buyer's needs and the product's potential to meet those needs. It will certainly result in positive image for the customer, variety only when the exchange is good in terms of price, equality, quantity, and after sales service. Supply of raw materials to the organizations to process them into finished goods for the end user or customer. Information exam exchange process. Information exchange process when one organization gives the technical knowledge, economic consulting, or giving replies to organization questions to another organization. It is a term as information exchange. It consists of technical, economics, and organization questions, trade and post-sale maintenance and servicing informations that must be exchanged to the participants of business organization. Product and service must be intended and designing to service customer efficiently to achieve it. Buyers and sellers tend to work together, exchanging product specific information over long periods at time. Second is the financial exchange process. The ending of a credit or the need to exchange money from one currency to another at the time of dealing with foreign buyers is called as foreign exchange. Next is societal exchange process. Societal exchange process is a significant in area of reducing ambiguity between buyers and seller, avoiding short terms difficulties and thus maintaining a better relations over a long period of time. There are a number of factors in an arrangement between buyers and sellers in the industrial market. Types of industrial customer. First is commercial enterprise. Con- Second is a government agency. Third, institutions. Fourth, cooperation societies. First is our commercial enterprise. Commercial enterprise means are the private profit-seeking organizations such as IBM, General Motors, Computer Land, and Raman companies purchase industrial goods and or service for purpose other than selling directly to unlimited customers. However, since the purpose products of for different use, it is a more useful for a marketing point of view to define them in such a way as to understanding their purchasing needs at the time of examinations of the varieties of products they purchase and how marketing strategy can be developed to meet their needs. Second is the industrial distributors and dealers. Industrial distributors and dealers take title to goods, thus they are the industrial marketers, intermediaries acting in a similar capacity to wholesaler or even related. The intermediaries not only serve the customer market but also they serve their business enterprise, government agency to provide and public institutions. They purchase industrial goods and resell them in the same form the other industrial customers. Next, original equipments manufacturing. Original equipment manufacturing, these industrial customer purchase industrial goods to incorporate OEMs into the products. Their products, for instance, a tire manufacturing who sells tires to a truck manufacturer says next user an industrial customer who purchase industrial product or a service to support its manufacturing process to or to facilitate the business operations is referred as a user. For example, drilling machines, press winding machine, and so on are the products which support manufacturing process, whereas the products which facilitate the operations of business like computer, fax machines, telephones, and others. Next, government customers. In India, the largest purchase in industrial products are central and state government departments undertaking the agencies such as the railway departments of telecommunication, defense director generally of suppliers and disposable, the state transport undertaking, state electricity boards, and so on. Uh, institutions, public and private institutions such as hospitals, schools, college, and university are termed as instrument customers, like corporate society, an association of person from a corporate society. It can be manufacturing units, corporate sugar mills, or non-manufacturing. In this chapter, summary is in all, the concept of industrial marketing may be referred as marketing of a goods and service to business organization, manufacturing company, service organization, institutions, and mid in private and public sector organization and government undertaking. And next topic आहे त्या ठिकाणी अंडरस्टँडिंग द इंडस्ट्रियल मार्केट. त्याच्यामध्ये मार्केट स्ट्रक्चर, मार्केटिंग पर्स्पेक्टिव्ह, कस्टमर बिहेवियर असेल हा पार्ट आपण स्टडी करणार आहोत. तर introduction point. There are number ways in which business in which business to business B2B markets different from business to customer in industrial marketing. The industry firms deal with a lesser number of individuals as compared to customer marketing, where one has to deal with the mass market in the main cause. Though industrial companies do marketing, though more traditional to B2B. Next, in this unit, first objective is the discuss about the industrial development in India. Second, to analysis current trends in India industrial market. And third, to discuss about elements of industrial development strategy. Industrial venues customer marketing means between customer and business market. It is important to understand and appreciate the difference to be able to design appropriate strategy for the business market. There are practice to customer market like incentive marketing, research that can be very efficiently employed in business market. Industrial and customer marketing are deficient on their factors. They are market structures, marketing perspective, and consumer behavior. Market structure, there are fewer number of buyers and sellers in business markets. The business market is larger than customers market because it includes the business of various intermediaries. Business market have favor sellers and buyers in any market segment that do customer markets. Customer is the consumer market interested direct demand with their purchase. The demand for business products or service depend on the level of activity now that the buying organizations can certain trade in this own market. Thus, business demand is derived. The derived demand would not exist if the buyers organizations could not find customer for its own products or service. Next time, marketing prescriptive business advertisers are required to have top to bottom learning of their clients' needs and wants. Business market are worldwide in nature. त्याच्यामध्ये shopper advertising utilize demographic factors like age, wage, area, and social mental factors like states of mind, tendency identify and way of life of people to separate their business sectors. Business advertisers are posed on basic on the premise of industry and showcase level two of innovation, preparation and qualities of the purchasing unit. Customer advisors look for local or national markets. On these grounds, their items are made to speak to neighborhood taste. Business merchant is less depend on local taste and preference. Third, most customer advisors look for a piece of the overall industry and deals volumes. Business advertisers will properly have a sizable share or extremely divided a smaller particular market speaking about more limited details of volumes. For the in shopper market development including major weakness on style and incremental change to items that can minimize show change. Business advertiser manage detailed number of clients every now again on and eye to eye premise. Next hypothetically customer behavior. Business buyers consider all jurisdictions advantage of the merchant offer numerous individual of the purchases associations are included in any by choice. First, since the number of clients is small and there is visit eye to eye contract, business advertise are nearest to client and more turn into clients purchasing behavior. Second, the quality of clients in business markets are favored with their per arrange size is ordering high. They purchase to keep in stock so that the products and service can be utilized as a part of future. The purchase are in mass since they needs to maximize transportation cost. The cost brought about in quoting in a request. तुमच्या हे सांगितलं त्याच्यानंतर आपण इंडस्ट्रियल मार्केटिंग लँडस्केप पाहणार आहोत. The industrial marketing landscape means industrializing countries have numerous advantage over the less development nation. They have the fundamental capital, the imperative money related organizations. They also have the specialized mastery their business attributes and association, the expressions office and priorities, administration ability at each level of generations. The modern advance of the industrialized countries will keep on beginning over that of the creating nations. Industrial development in India, the 90s have invokes advancement, globalization, ductile draft functioning indicate stock records, stock streaks, political changes, fall or bulletin, or more grounded green developments, hollow touch or scrabble of solar union, coalition government criteria. The example of for the manufacturing business which assume initial part in the modern advance of India in the course of the most recent for decades and has been obligating the requirement of the vehicles businesses presently creating world-class fashioning survey as important substitutions to need divisions like power era, petrochemicals, railroads, and restrictions in the development rate has been amazing throughout the years and it's presently set for enormous globalization style. Current trends in India industrial market classify first is the there is the shift from the seller market to buyer and market is a majority of the of products is basically due to the MNE production. Second, production is more than demand or there is a greater need for exiting the applications engineering concept or depends on any when particularly market segment it thereby to the applications engineering concept helping to identify new applications area for the same products. Expert needs the elements of industrial development strategy. Industrial development strategy given element first element is the industrial development must be met national graduates and all groups in the country must support it widely. Second, the approach must be experimentally and as fields as a possible from prejudices, consider policy and methods. Third, the government must take the lead and supply the internet for industrial development. An industrial environment must be created that will offer incentives to make industrial investment highly profitable. Fourth, fifth, developing countries should accept the importance of awaiting foreign capital and should understand that it is equally important both to locate investors and to retain them. Six, considerable witness should be given to the training and development of industrial managers and technical specialists. And seven, industrial development should be in proper relations to other sections economics whose development may be equal or more positive and whose growth may be an essential basis for industrial development. In this topics, main manager in this chapter, certain which difference between industrial and customer marketing, exiting a certain characteristics such as market product, buy behavior, channel promotion, and price. In industrial marketing landscape, explain how the industrialized countries differ from less development countries. Elaborate about the current trends in India. Next topic आहे त्या ठिकाणी इकॉनॉमिक्स इश्यू इन इंडस्ट्रियल मार्केटिंग याच्यामध्ये आपल्याला इंडस्ट्रियल मार्केटिंग म्हणजे व्हॅल्यू चेन ऑफ ड्रायव्ह डिमांड रॅपिड इफेक्ट ऑफ ड्रायव्ह डिमांड मार्केटिंग reaching demand, joint demand, simulating demand. Within the cross restriction of demand, apart the introduction, the economics or industrial product and service does not survive by itself. Its is derived from the unmet demand of customer goods and service. Therefore, industrial demand is called derived demand. Sometimes the demand for industrial product is called joint demand when the demand for a product depends upon its use along with the extent for of other product or products. In this unit, main objective is to understand the different types economics concept, industrial marketing, enhancing purchase orientations. त्याच्यामध्ये आपण फर्स्ट पाहणार आहे derived demand. Needs to understand derived demand. First is to more accuracy restrict the individual level of demand. Second, to understand the factors that influence their sales. Third, to help in case of less sales from one segment. And fourth, to understand the impact on price, probability, promotions, and distribution strategy. The industrial organization purchase goods and service for use in procuring other goods and service for fulfilling customer demand, which is based on a direct connections between a need and satisfactions. त्याच्यानंतर आपण व्हॅल्यू चेन ऑफ ड्राईव्ह डिमांड कन्सेप्ट पाहणार आहोत. The with the buying organization's prescriptive derived demand creates a right to left flowing value chain that starts with customer demand. In a value chain, every level step chain directly results from customer demand. In the custom clothing example, a customer order creates a demand for a fabric. Grading this fabric starts with cotton or some other combinations of fibers that first must be spun and then woven into cloth. Ripple effect of non-derived demand. Derived demand does not exist in a vacuum. Instead, it creates a convolutions effect within your local community and within and among related industry. On a local level, the clothing producing in a custom spinning business might also create demand for shoes, jewelry, tire, and handbags. Divide demand marketing, demand value chains, and the ripple effect underscore the importance of business to business relationship. It all starts with the creating customer demand, especially in case where demand might not exist. Small business in the same place can collaborations and promotion promote each other products or service. Vendors and manufacturing might create demand for their own products by creating demand for their customer products. Switching demands. Switching demands means it has been seen that many times industrial products are more varied than the demand for customer goods when the country economic is booming. A slight increase in customer demand can cause 10 times increase in industrial demand. And when the economics of the country downturn, that reverse effects. This effect, economists say that acceleration effects. And the next joint demand. Two products are used together and demanded together. Both products are consumed at the same time. Joint demand is common in the industrial market because it occurs when one industrial product it used self if other product also exist. For example, a pump set cannot be used for pumping water if the electric motor or diesel engine is not available. And the simulating demand means try to generate the demand, or sometimes business marketers needs to simulate a demand for customer goods which either incorporate their products are used to make consumer product. For example, Intel chip already demanded by many computer firms, but still Intel corporations buy the advertisement simulating the demand for their internal chip. Next demand type C is the cross elasticity of demand. Elasticity is the change in demand due change in price. When demand is intensity, the presentation percentage change in the equality demands less than the presentations in the price. Hence, presentations means to measures the relative changes. If the percentage in the price change by equal present in the equality demanded, it is called anti-elastic demand. If the present change is more than equality demanded for a percentage in price, is known as elastic demand. Next effect of cross elasticity of demand on market. If the cross elasticity of demand between the product is greater, this will increase the competitions in the market. On the other hand, if lower the value of cross elasticity of demand, the market will be less competitive. The effect of cross elasticity of demand on the market is classified into three markets. First, when the cross elasticity of demand in fine, the market is perfectly competitive. When the cross elasticity is zero, the market is monopoly, and in the imperfect competition, the cross elasticity of demand is high. Next, the pricing policy. The price of the product in cross elasticity of demand can directly affect if the products are related to each other. The large firms process number of products. They exist cross elasticity between each of their products in order efficiently price them. For example, an oral B firm which produce toothpaste and toothbrush complementary goods. Next hypothetical is purchasing and buying orientations. Purchasing orientation means as the role purchasing grows in importance, the departments have responsible of for uh, coordinating purchases with the user departments, identify potential suppliers, conducting market studies for a material purchase, proposal analysis, supply selections, issue purchase order, meeting with sales representatives, negotiating contract administration, resolving purchasing related problem, maintenance of purchasing records. As a result, more strategically oriented purchasing departments have a mission to seek the best value from favored and better suppliers. Buying orientations, a buying organization main objective to reduce its annual total spend. Buyers are rewarded in their ability to obtain the lowest price from suppliers from the given level of quality and availability. There are two trees which buyers and use, namely commodification, where they imply Next point, fundamental buying orientations. Buying orientations' main objective is to reduce its annual total spend. Buyers are involved in their ability to obtain the lowest price from suppliers from the given level of quality and availability. There are two speech bias use names combinations where they imply that the product is a commodity and care only about price, and multi-sourcing where they use several source and make them complete for share of the company's purchases. The membership of The main pursuit of buying orientations first is the buyer obtain the best deal in terms of price, equality, and ability of suppliers from supplier. Second, the buyers maximize powers over suppliers. And third, the established producing are real on proven vendors. The buyers avoid risks whereas possible. Procurement orientations, procure acknowledgement. The buyers simultaneously look for quality improvements and cost reduction, though integrations of procurement activities as order processing develops collaborations relationship with major suppliers and seeks saving, though better managers of acquisitions, conservations and disposal costs. The central pursuits of the procurements to improve the quality of confirmations to specifications that results in product which meets customer expectation, reducing total cost of the ownership in cooperate with suppliers. And in supply management orientations by organizations that they are not just acquire a product or solutions from a supplier, they are building a long-term relationship for become a more strategic value adding operations purchasing executives coordinating and integrate of purchasing functions with other companies department executing and also with other organizations in the whole value chain like customer intermediaries and suppliers build a faultless supply chain management system from the purchase of raw materials to the time arrival of finishing goods to the end user. Supply management rotation focus all of the firm's efforts on delivering value to end user. Build a supply network that efficiently completes multiple business process can craft a social the firm's core competence and suggestion supplier from next types of purchasing process related routing product, leverage product, strategic product, bottleneck products. In this unit, my summaries. In this chapter, we have understood the demand for industrial product is driven from the on-time demand for customer goods and service. It is therefore called as derived demand. Joint demand occurs when one industrial product is required. If other products also exist, cross-elastic is the measure the responsive in the quality of one goods or change in the price of another good. Business market understand to some relevant concept like function demand, simulating demand, industrial market also understand at the updating of purchasing means business market must upgrade their sales personals to match their higher of the business buyers. याच्यामध्ये key terms मध्ये आपण provide demands in the industrial marketing to demand for industrial goods the demand from customer goods and service. नंतर future demands, joint demand, simulated demand, त्याच्यानंतर cross elasticity of demand, expression orientations. Purchase notations as the role of purchasing group in importance. The department have responsible for coordinating purchase needs with the user demand. Departments identify potential suppliers, conducting market study for material purchase, proposal analysis, supplier selection, issuing purchase orders, meeting with sales representatives, negotiating contract, administration, resolving purchasing related problem, maintenance of the purchasing records. Okay, thank you very much. Next time about for industry buying behavior. आपण ओके थँक्यू.